Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to do our second lesson, which is 8 cultural festivals around the world. First of all, we will discuss the term culture, and then secondly we will discuss what are cultural festivals. Okay. By culture we mean the traditions of a large group of people. It is about the living way of living of those people. It consists of behavior, beliefs, values, religion, social habits, customs, festivals, music, and art. So it is important for you to first of all understand what is culture. Second is second question of pre-reading is, what is Pakistani culture? Pakistani culture is not a homogeneous thing. It is a very rich and unique culture, and it is full of traditions. It is very diverse because in Pakistan there are people who are very different. There are many different groups of people who are living in Pakistan. And Pakistani culture is very diverse because of historical, geographical, and ethnic diversity. Pakistani culture is a combination of Indian, Persian, Afghan, Central Asian, South Asian, and West African culture, and it is very interesting and very unique. There are over 15 major ethnic groups in Pakistan. Some of these are Punjabis, Sindhis, Pashtun, Baloch, Hazara, Makranis, Baltis, and Kashmiris. And these groups are so different from each other in physical features, in customs, dress, food, language, and music. And the thing which is common in them is their religion. Islam is the force that binds these ethnic groups together. And these groups are, in other ways, these groups are very different from each other. Let us discuss some important features of Pakistani culture. These are, first of all, I must tell you that in Pakistan, almost 73 to 76 languages are spoken. And let's talk about the people of Pakistan. They are very friendly people, they are very helpful and hospitable, and they are very, in Pakistan, family bonds are very strong. And Pakistani culture includes excellent craftsmanship, for example, truck art, calligraphy, brass work, painting, wood carving, camel skin lamps, copper work, and blue pottery, and many other things like embroidery and glass work. And another feature of Pakistani culture is that Sufism. Sufism is a very important tradition in Pakistan. Like you must have seen the tombs of many Sufi saints of Pakistan, like Data Sahab, Data Darbar, which is in Lahore, and many other in Sindh and Punjab. And people of Pakistan, they love sports, they love to eat food, they love music, parties, and celebrations. And Pakistani people, talking about them, they are very conservative people. Conservative means Rawayat Pasand, but do not confuse this term conservative with extremist. Extremism is Pakistani people have nothing to do with religious or any other kind of extremism. They are conservative, but they are not extremists. They are very moderate and friendly kind of people, and they are very also they are very philanthropic people. It means that they give away their money in charity, khairat. They help other people. They love to help others, the poor people. And these are some of the important features of Pakistani people. Another thing about Pakistanis is that they are very hardworking and very talented people. They are very passionate and very emotional people, and they are very friendly also. Okay, girls, let us discuss the title of this lesson. Title is the cultural festivals around the world. 8 cultural festivals around the world. Cultural festivals are very important. What is the importance of cultural festivals? That they provide enjoyment and celebrations to the people. But there are other things which are very important to discuss, like they bring happiness to the people, they create vision and unity, They reduce stress in life and balance our emotions. They create a bond of love and friendship with other people. They are a source of income for the organizers, businessmen, and craftsmen of that country, and in this way, they create economic activity in the country in general. And they are also important because they promote tourism industry and add to the income of the country. Talking about cultural festivals around the world, they give an opportunity to people to learn about the to travel and to learn about the culture, language, and habits, customs, and values of other countries. And in this way, they are very useful. They are very helpful. Uh, Now we will study important cultural festivals of the world. Most important of them is the Chinese New Year, which is probably the biggest cultural festival of the world. It follows the lunar calendar and takes place from late January to early February. It lasts for 1 month. Some of the symbols used in this festival are dragons, lanterns, firework, and red color. These symbols stand for different things, like red color is a symbol of life, good luck, and happiness. During this festival, family feasts are held and gifts wrapped in red paper are exchanged. Second important festival is Holi, which is the spring festival of colors. It is celebrated in India and Nepal. It is a religious Hindu festival. In this festival, the people throw different colors at each other, and that is accompanied by dancing and singing. Next is Carnival of Rio de Janeiro. It is also very famous cultural festival of Brazil, which is the biggest country of South Africa. This is a very popular cultural festival. It takes place between Friday and Tuesday before Ash Wednesday, which is a Christian holy day of prayer and fasting. The main activity of this festival is the Carnival Parade, which consists of decorative floats. You must have seen such floats on 23rd March parade of Pakistan Armed Forces, which represent all the provinces and their cultures. Samba dance, which is African Brazilian dance, is also performed during this festival. Samba schools are dancing, marching, and drumming clubs. Tourists love to visit Brazil during this festival. Next is Carnival of Venice. It is also very important and famous cultural festival of the world. It is very interesting to see. In this festival, participants wear elaborate costumes and masks. They indulge in dance and music. Many contests and competitions are held during this festival, and thousands of visitors go to Italy to take part in these festivities. Next is San Fermin. It is another important and interesting festival of Pamplona, which is a city of Spain. It is held in July, and an important feature of this festival is bullfighting, and other events are parades and processions and fireworks. Next is Oktoberfest. This festival takes place in Munich, Germany, and it represents Bavarian culture. And a lot of beer is consumed in this cultural festival. Another important cultural festival is Dia de Muertos, which means the Day of the Dead. It is held in Mexico on 1st and 2nd November. It is used in the memory of those family members and relatives and friends who have died. Last but not the least is the Nebula Festival of Japan, to get rid of ghosts and evil spirits. Daily processions are held, and there is a final parade of illuminated floats on boats on the harbor. So this was all about the famous cultural festivals of the world, which are these cultural festivals promote tourism industry and travel industry, and they are very interesting for the people all over the world. And Pakistani cultural festivals are of three categories. These are religious festivals and national festivals and seasonal festivals. Like religious festivals are Eid, Eid ul Fitr, Eid ul Azha, and Eid Miladun Nabi, Shab-e Barat, etc. And national festivals include 23rd March, 14th August, 6th September, and birthdays and death anniversaries of national heroes. And the cultural or seasonal festivals are Basant, Baisakhi, and National Horse and Cattle Show, and many other localized and regional cultural festivals. So these are very important for the people of who mostly live in villages, and they do not have any source of enjoyment for in their lives. In by celebrating these festivals, they not only enjoy their lives and these festivals bring happiness to their lives, but they also earn money through these festivals.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. I'm back once again. Now Ma'am Shazana has explained the lesson to you. Now we are going to do the exercise. So the first thing is that you look at the glossary. There are words and meanings written. So this you are supposed to do on your notebook, and you are supposed to use these words in your sentences. Okay, use them in sentences. So do it on your notebook. Then we have the question answers. I'm going to share the question answers with you, and you're going to write it down on your notebook. Then we have question number 2, and that is that true false. So we are going to discuss this and do it on the book. You don't need to write it on the notebook. So the first thing is that travel is a great way to experience different cultures. So obviously the answer is true, correct. Okay. Then we have Chinese New Year is not a traditional Chinese holiday. It's false. Chinese New Year refers to a lunar New Year is true. Well, I am marking it, but it's not being marked properly. So आपको पता होना चाहिए कि मैंने कौन-कौन से के ऊपर किया है. ठीक है. First is true, second is false, and third is true. Acha, Holi is a religious spring festival celebrated by Christians in India. So obviously this is totally wrong. Everybody knows that it is celebrated by Hindus. Carnival of Venus is celebrated in France. Again, wrong, because it's not celebrated in France. Oktoberfest festival is celebrated in Munich, Germany. It's true. Dia de Muertos is a Mexican holiday, so it's false because it's not a holiday, it's a festival. Okay, now write the antonyms of the following. Antonym means the opposite meaning, so you're going to get the word antonym in the paper, you're not going to get the word opposite. So आपको कहा जाएगा कि antonym लिखें, so you should know the antonym of great is small, and the antonym of biggest is smallest. Biggest is the superlative degree of adjective. So जब आप आंसर इसका antonym लिखेंगे तो you are going to write smallest. Then new, old. The antonym of new is old. The antonym of beginning is ending. Similar, opposite is dissimilar. This you are going to write DISS and then similar. Then we have best. Antonym of best is worst. WORST. Spellings का बहुत ख्याल रखना है is worst. And then when we talk about colorful, so the antonym of colorful is colorless. I hope it's clear to you. Okay, now class, moving further to the next page, you have, what do you have over here? You have the writing activity, and here we have, let me just point it out to you, this mind map. So what are you going to do about the mind map? They have said that you are going to write about 8 famous festivals around the world. So आपने करना क्या है in this? You can see there are blocks in it, two blocks in each. You are gonna first write in the first block like this one. आपने यहाँ पे festival mention करना है. What are you gonna do? You are gonna mention the festival. Don't write the country. You are supposed to mention the festival over here, and after that you are gonna write the country where the festival is celebrated over there. For example, in the bottom, if you are writing Chinese New Year, so in the second box you are going to write China. Don't mix it के मतलब आपने नीचे यहाँ पे festival लिखा, ऊपर जो है आपने मुल्क लिखा, यहाँ पे second block में when you are doing it over here तो यहाँ पे country पहले लिखे तो फिर बाद में festival लिखा. This will be incorrect, और आपके इस तरीके से इस पैटर्न को फॉलो नहीं किया जाएगा एंड आपके मार्क्स कट जाएंगे. सो फॉर दैट रीज़न यू शुड बी वेरी क्लियर कि आपने क्या लिखा हुआ है. ठीक है, तो निचले वाले बॉटम में आपने जस्ट राइट द नेम ऑफ द फेस्टिवल्स, एंड द सेकेंड जो ब्लॉक है जस्ट राइट द कंट्री वेयर इट इज़ सेलिब्रेटेड. ओके, आई होप you understand. So this you are supposed to do it on your book. Okay, Ji, coming to the next page, we have use the following words in your sentences. Now, these are the words: the festival, traditional, symbolic, celebration, participants, and decorative. All these words are very common, simple words, and there is nothing confusing about it. You are supposed to write them in your notebook, or you're gonna make sentences of your own. अपने sentences आपने बनाने हैं और आपने इसको अपनी notebook के ऊपर उतारना है, ठीक है? Then we have the next question with us. Now we have done this, and now we are going to do paragraph. Now they have said कि write a paragraph of 200 to 250 words, but I say कि just write it about 100 to 120 words, okay? How many words? 100 to 120 on the paragraph. And what is the paragraph about? Festivals are a source of economy. Now आप लोगों ने कोशिश करनी है कि ये आप लोगों ने खुद से लिखने की कोशिश करनी है, सो दैट आपको थोड़ा सा राइटिंग स्किल आपकी डेवलप हो जाए. सो दिस यू आर सपोज टू डू इट ऑन योर नोटबुक, एंड दिस इज़ योर असाइनमेंट कि आप करेंगे. जो काम आपको दिया जाता है, अगर आप नहीं करेंगे, जो जो असाइनमेंट दी गई हैं, तो उसके ऑब्वियसली आपके मार्क्स कटेंगे. सो एवरीथिंग दैट वी शो यू ओवर हेयर इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड यू आर सपोज टू डू इट, ओके? तो ये ना करें कि इसको स्किप कर दिया, उसको स्किप कर दिया. अगर स्किप कर दिया तो डेफिनेटली यू आर नॉट गोना गेट द मार्क्स फॉर इट देन. Okay, coming down to a grammar portion now. We are going to do pronouns. Now, what is a pronoun? Pronoun, you all know कि pronoun is a word that is used instead of a noun. For example, Alia is working, and I say in first sentence, I say कि Alia is having a headache, and Alia is going to take a tablet. Now, this repetition of Alia, Alia, Alia is too boring. So, for that reason, we use a pronoun instead of it. And what are we going to do over here? Okay, if I want to write the sentence, I'm going to say कि Alia is studying and she's having a headache, and she's gonna have take a tablet or something. So the she that I'm using is a pronoun. So basically a pronoun is a word or a form that substitutes a noun. Substitute का मतलब होता है replace करना. Or a noun phrase, for example, he, she, it, and they. So the common types of pronouns are personal pronoun, interrogative pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, and indefinite pronoun. Beta, be very clear about these pronouns as because in class 9th you are gonna do this in further detail. So these are the things that you should know. Okay, what type? There are different types of pronouns. Till 5th you just do okay कि simple pronouns आप करते हैं कि मतलब he, she, it, but now you should know that there are many types of it, okay? Now use of the pronoun is a subject and an object. Now this point is also very important. I have underlined it. You have the book. These points are, you should read it because these are important. Okay, the first point is subject pronouns are used when the pronoun is the subject of a sentence. When the pronoun comes in the beginning, इसको कहते हैं कि it's the subject of the sentence. You can remember subject pronoun easily by refilling the subject in the blank. For example, Dash did the job. Now you can use I, you, he, she, it, anything, and it will tell you okay, this is the subject of the subject of a sentence. ठीक है? Now therefore they are taken as a subject pronoun. Now point number 2 is very important as well. Subject pronouns are also used if they rename a subject. If they are renaming a subject in a sentence, we are talking and we are mentioning the subject, we are gonna use the subject pronoun. Subject pronoun का मतलब क्या है कि जब आप sentence के beginning में जो चीज़ आ रही होती है, जो main subject होता है, जो काम करता है, उसको हम कहते हैं कि this is the subject of the sentence. And जो जिसके ऊपर काम किया जाता है, we say कि that is the object of the sentence. So here it is the subject of the sentence. Now subject pronouns are also used if they rename the subject. They follow the to be verbs such as was, were, am, and will be. अब ये was, were, am, and will be क्या है? ये forms of verbs हैं. Sorry, forms of verb नहीं है. इसको कहते हैं ये to be इसको कहा जाता है. ये इसके आगे से forms हैं. Mostly the helping verbs are known as types of form, different types of to be verbs. ठीक है? So अब इसको इसकी example जो है, this is very important that it is he, she, it is he. For this example देखो, okay, over here नज़र आ रहा है जिस पे red line है, it is he. अब you didn't say कि it is him, you have written and they have written it is he. So ये important है कि यहाँ पे ना subject जो है वो subject pronoun वाला लगाया हुआ है यहाँ पे n में. हालांकि अगर हम कहते हैं it is him, so that will be incorrect, okay, over here, क्योंकि आप इसको rename कर रहे हो subject को, जिस तरह मैंने आपको पीछे reading करके बताया है. So in spoken English, most people tend to follow to be verbs with the object pronoun. Now spoken English में आप जो है उसको बहुत से लोग इसको object pronoun करते हैं, यानी नीचे example दी हुई है it could have been them, this one. ठीक है, लेकिन many English teachers support this distinction between written and spoken. लेकिन English teachers जो है वो जो prefer करते हैं वो second वाला prefer करते हैं कि it could have been they. अगर आपने सब्जेक्ट को स्पेशली रेफर करना है तो देन यू आर गोना से दिस एंड इट इज़ जस्ट आई एट द डोर. नाउ ऑब्जेक्ट प्रोनाउन का मतलब है कि दैट द प्रोनाउन दैट कम्स एट द एंड, एंड ये इसके बारे में हम यहाँ पे पढ़ेंगे यहाँ पे कि ऑब्जेक्ट प्रोनाउंस are used everywhere else. Direct object, object of the preposition. Object pronouns are me, you, him, her, it, us and them. For example, Alia talked to him. Are you talking to me? ठीक है, so these are what? These are the object pronoun. Now comes the next point is we are going to move to. Okay, now here we are to the next page, and in this we have point number 4 as well. So now we are going to do the point number 4, and इसमें है क्या है इसके अंदर कि possessive pronouns show ownership and never need apostrophes. Possessive pronouns are mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours. अच्छा, इसमें apostrophe इस्तेमाल नहीं होती. अगर आप apostrophe इस्तेमाल करेंगे तो what it will be correct, ठीक है, इनकरेक्ट सॉरी, क्योंकि पोजेसिव प्रोनाउन में आपको मलकियत शो की जाती है कि ये मेरी पोजेशन है, तो वहाँ पे आप अपॉस्ट्रोफी इस्तेमाल नहीं करते. अब जिन बच्चों को अपॉस्ट्रोफी का नहीं पता तो इसका मतलब है कि जो ऊपर जो कॉमा हम लगाते हैं ऊपर की तरफ, उसको हम जो है अपॉस्ट्रोफी कहते हैं. ओके, then you have reflexive pronoun, myself, himself, herself, themselves. These are all reflexive pronoun, and इनको reflexive pronoun इसलिए कहा जाता है कि ये reflect करते हैं, ठीक है, आपके बारे में. I wrote the letter myself, ठीक है, my brother and myself did it. myself did it नहीं है, my brother and I did it होना चाहिए. नीचे जो incorrect इन्होंने statement दी हुई है कि this is correct and this is, तो पहला वाला correct है, second वाला incorrect है. और ये सेकंड वाला इनकरेक्ट इसलिए है कि माय ब्रदर एंड आई, अब ये दोनों जो है यहाँ तक जो है ये बेसिकली क्या है, ये हैं आपके सब्जेक्ट. तो सब्जेक्ट प्रोनाउन में आपने क्या करना है, आपने लिखना है इन सब्जेक्ट प्रोनाउन आपने करना है आई यूज़ करना है, ठीक है. तो इफ़ यू आर सेइंग कि माय ब्रदर एंड माई सेल्फ डिड इट, सो दैट इज़ इनकरेक्ट, ठीक है. और माय ब्रदर एंड मी डिड इट अगेन इनकरेक्ट है. सो आपने यहाँ पे लिखना है माय ब्रदर एंड आई. Now we are going to do the exercise and okay, now the exercise Bina is smarter than. क्या आएगा यहाँ पे? What do you think? Now when you are doing a comparison, you are not going to say me. आपने ये बीना एंड आई में आएगा. दिस इज़ यहाँ पे ऑप्शन नंबर बी होगा कि बीना इज़ स्मार्टर देन आई. द प्रॉब्लम स्टूडेंट्स द प्रॉब्लम स्टूडेंट्स, ये वाला तो मेरे पास यहाँ पे नहीं था. द प्रॉब्लम स्टूडेंट्स आर दे, यहाँ पे ऑप्शन ये है कि दे आएगा, बिकॉज इसमें भी सब्जेक्ट को रेफ़र किया जाता है, रीनेमिंग द सॉरी कि कौन थे, दे, ठीक है. देन वी हैव द नेक्स्ट वन, टीचर हैड डिनर विद माई फ्रेंड एंड मी. क्योंकि यहाँ पे इफ़ यू लुक एट द सेंटेंस, आवर टीचर आपका सब्जेक्ट है, हैड डिनर, हैड आपका वर्ब यहाँ पे आया है, वर्ब के बाद आपका ऑब्जेक्ट डिनर भी आया है, तो यह विद माय फ्रेंड एंड मी, यहाँ पे ऑप्शन ऑब्जेक्ट प्रोनाउन यूज़ होगा और वो है मी. ओके, देन वी द नेक्स्ट वन इज़ मे आई स्पीक टू जमील. दिस इज़, ना मे आई स्पीक टू जमील में क्या कहा हुआ है कि मैं क्या जमील से बात कर सकती हूँ. ना ओवर हेयर जमील जो है एंड आगे से स्टेटमेंट में दिस इज़ डैश. नाउ डैश यहाँ पे जो कहा गया है इसका मतलब है कि दिस इज़ ही. क्या है यहाँ पे, क्या आएगा, दिस इज़ ही. क्यों, क्योंकि यहाँ पे वो वी आर जो हमने पीछे पॉइंट डिस्कस किया था, पॉइंट नंबर 2, वो आप जब पीछे करके देखेंगे तो आपको पता चल जाएगा कि यहाँ पे मैंने दिस इज़ ही क्यों बोला है. पॉइंट नंबर 2 में आपको एक दफ़ा ज़ुबानी ज़रा रिवाइज़ करा देती हूँ कि सब्जेक्ट प्रोनाउंस आर ऑल्सो यूज इफ़ दे रीनेम द सब्जेक्ट। तो यहाँ पे वो रीनेम कर रहा है, जैसे एग्जांपल में हमने कहा था इट इज़ ही, तो यहाँ पे आपने कहना है दिस इज़ ही। देन सना एंड डैश आर कमिंग टू द पार्टी। सो यहाँ पे सना एंड डैश आर, तो सना एंड शी क्या आएगा, शी। वाई शी आएगा, क्योंकि सना और शी जो है दोनों आपके क्या हैं, आपके सब्जेक्ट हैं, ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं है। ओके, नाउ मूविंग फर्दर, हम चलते हैं। यहाँ पे नेक्स्ट इज द पर्सन हु डिड द बेस्ट वॉज। यहाँ पे आपने क्या लगाना है, ही। क्या लगाना है, ही। यहाँ पे अगेन पॉइंट नंबर 2 जो है उसी को फॉलो किया गया है। देन यू हैव माई क्लासमेट्स एंड डैश ऑल स्पीक इंग्लिश। नाउ माई क्लासमेट्स एंड दे, यहाँ पे दे आएगा क्योंकि दे आपका सब्जेक्ट है। ऑल स्पीक, स्पीक वर्ब है, वर्ब के बाद आपका इंग्लिश आया तो दैट इज गना बी योर ऑब्जेक्ट। सैफ हेल्प्ड अली एंड I in the preparation of the test. And the last one is all the work was done by us. So this is it, girls. This is the whole chapter, and with this we end our चैप्टर नंबर 2। इस तरह हमारे 2 चैप्टर्स कंप्लीट हो गए हैं। इसके अंदर जो जो काम मैंने कहा है वो सारा का सारा आपने करना है। जो नोटबुक का काम है नोटबुक पे करें, और जो क्लास का काम है वो आप मतलब बुक का काम है वो आप बुक पे करें, ठीक है। डू इट ऑन द बुक, एंड आई होप कि यू एंजॉयड द लेसन। ओके, अल्लाह हाफिज़।